Hey friends, welcome to the Johnson City Living Podcast, where we learn about the people, places, events, and flavors that make Johnson City just a lovely place to live. I'm your host, Colin Johnson, with the Colin and Carly Group and Keller Williams Realty. If you're interested in buying or selling a home in the area, or if you're looking at investing in a rental property, give us a call at 423-930-8003, and we will look forward to helping you. Now, let's get to today's episode. It is a beautiful May day here in lovely Johnson City. It is my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. I love you. I'm so proud of you. You're just the best dad I could ever ask for. And I'm like, yeah, and thanks for being on the podcast a long time ago. So come back. But my dad's not here today.
Happy birthday to your dad, though.
Yeah, happy birthday to Dad, yes. I'm here with my new friend, Dylan O'Sullivan. I was walking down the street, and I got in a fight with this guy, and I just totally whipped his tail. And then I was like, well, I feel bad, so would you want to come on the podcast for no, none of that ever happened. This dude looks like he would just tear anybody up. And so I'm just, welcome to the podcast. I'm glad to get to know you. And so thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity.
Well, we have a lot of fun getting to know each other, or getting to know people on the podcast. I'm looking forward to getting to know you and our listeners getting to know you. So first things first, Johnson City Living. What do you love most about Johnson City?
I would say the energy that it brings.
Ooh.
From the scenery to the people. It's unique. I've been many places in America, and I've only been to Thailand as far as outside of the country.
Oh, wow.
I guess Canada a little bit, but it's a unique place. Like, the welcomingness of it is very wholesome, and I'm a mountain guy. The mountains here are unbelievable.
Yeah.
I lived at the beach for the past 5 years, and a lot of people vacationed where I lived.
Yeah.
But
Where were you?
I would rather vacation here.
Yeah.
You know?
Where
I was
were
in
you?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was a chaotic city down there, a whole lot different pace. But here, it's just the welcomingness of everybody. I feel like, you go to a gas station, the person at the gas station is willing to talk to you. You know, it's not like 100 miles an hour. And nowadays, it's so fast-paced, the life we live in Florida. It was crazy. People don't even say you're welcome or thank you when you open the door. And where we're from here, people have their manners, and it's a simple thing.
We really impressed upon the boys to have manners, for sure. Manners will open 1,000 doors for you, and it's, it's so easy to just show people respect.
It's the easiest thing there is, and
just it blows me away.
Give out the respect you'd want to be given back to you, and it's that
or
simple.
even more, right?
Yeah, even more, exactly.
So where were you born? Where did you grow up?
So I was born in New York, in Queens, New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you don't sound like it.
My parents were both immigrants from Ireland.
Okay.
And they went to New York first. My dad worked on the stock market.
Oh, wow.
He was a stockbroker.
Yeah.
And we were there. Then we went back to Ireland when I was 4. I was there for the millennium.
Oh, wow.
And we came back to New York.
Okay.
After the millennium. Then 9/11 happened. We were in New York when 9/11 happened.
Okay.
And my dad ended up getting laid off. Whatever went on with my mom, my dad. My mom moved away, brought us down here. My uncle Ray Jones,
Ray Jones, my good friend.
He's, running brought him here from Ireland.
Yep.
And my mom, we came down here to visit, and it was a great time, and my mom loved it, and we ended up moving down here, and I've been here since I was 10, 21 years now, or well, I guess only 20. It'll be 21 years in October.
So you lived here?
Lived here from 10 until I was 25.
Okay.
And then when I was 25, I moved to Florida.
Okay.
To train at a really big MMA gym that's like very renowned. I might be a little biased, and I would say it's the best gym in the world, but the people they've had world champions in all the top promotions. I trained with a lot of guys in the UFC, and like the way my uncle likes to put it, when I went there, I was amateur. I wasn't even a professional fighter yet. And I was there for 4 years. Well, I was there for 5 years, but the way I look at it is I redshirted because the beginning year I was an amateur. there for 4 years, and then basically it's like I graduated and I'm a professional fighter now, and I'm using all the information that I've gained from down there, along with the stuff that my brother, who's my first coach, who I am now owning the gym with, and we're running the gym together, and he's coaching me again. So it's like I'm putting all that back into use, and I still have the connection there to go train there before big fights. As I gain higher into these promotions, I will be able to go down there when I need that time. But I also went through a very big knee surgery 2 years ago, and I came back home for about 5 months or 4.5 months to let my knee heal. I had the surgery here. So that's why I say it's like I did the 4 years and kind of redshirted, I guess you would say. But now
So you were a professional MMA fighter.
Professional MMA fighter. I'm the Showcase MMA middleweight champion. So that is a promotion that's around here.
Yeah.
They fight in South Carolina, here, Virginia, and I'm their professional middleweight champion.
And you've been a pro for 4 years.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
How did you get into MMA fighting? Because, you know, it's not on the top of everybody's list.
Well, so I played all sports growing up. Like I was telling you a minute ago, I never got in fights growing up. I got along with everyone. I'm friends with people.
Yeah, you seem like just a lovely person.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't have any. I don't wake up like, oh, I want to hurt somebody.
Right.
But in any sport that I ever played, when someone beat me, I always thought like it's that human aggression. It's like you see two dogs playing. They look like they're killing each other.
Right.
But they're just having fun. They're just being wild. You know, they're being rough. Humans are the same way. In all sports, when they get mad, what happens? They fight.
They fight.
So I started thinking at it. Well, actually, I didn't think about it till my brother asked me. So my brother, he had started training. He opened up the gym, and he asked me if I wanted to start training, and I started training. But in all like I said, in all the sports, I always wanted to fight. So the way I looked at it was, let's just get around all the games that we're trying to play. Let's just do what we're trying to see who's the better man in the fight. Let's just do it.
Who's the bigger dude on campus?
Yeah,
There you go.
that's. And when I started to do it, I fell in love with it. I'd also never played any sport that was really an individual sport. I ran track when I was like a little tiny kid.
Yeah.
I think everyone ran those races and stuff and got their ribbons, but
Field day.
never was like really big into it. So I never really got to do it.
Your uncle.
Exactly, not like my uncle. I never got to see what it was like to do an individual sport. And the coolest thing I say is, you know, I go in there by myself, but it takes a small army to get me the best prepared, to make me the best Dylan O'Sullivan that I can be when I step in that cage. So the bonds that you build through this sport, it's bar none. Like nothing even comes close to it, because you're sitting there, you're beating each other up every day, but it's like we're not trying to actually hurt each other. And then when you go compete, there's so much emotion, so much stuff that goes into it, and you don't really know. It's going into the unknown, you know, and having those people that you trust and bring the best out in you is very important. So I love the camaraderie you get from fighting, and I built so many cool relationships. And fighting is just like life. Like we're all fighting. Whether or not you've stepped in a cage and fight, you're fighting every day. You're fighting off the demons, fighting off
the demons,
you know,
fighting to feed my family.
Exactly. So it's
win
like,
a listing or help somebody buy a house.
Exactly. You're fighting to make it, you know?
That's right.
So the lessons I learned in fighting have helped me so much in life, because it's the same thing. I never know. Like I've fought 35 times now, and every time I fight, it's brand new.
Right.
Brand spanking new.
It's different, right?
Obviously, yeah, exactly.
And you're different.
And what's going on in my life, I'm uncertain of what could happen.
Yeah.
You know, like I could be having a baby, not me having a baby, but having a baby, and that's gonna put you in a different mindset. Someone could die.
Yeah.
It could be your birthday.
Yeah.
You could get a flat tire on the way to the fight. Are you gonna let that hurt you, or are you gonna let that fuel you to keep going towards what the goal is?
Yeah.
You know? And so I feel like the personal growth I gain each time I fight is just it's unmatched.
Yeah.
And then being able to take the lessons that I've learned from this sport and apply them to life and help others on the way, that's what, to me, is life's all about, you know? So, and I'm passionate about it, and it it makes me feel alive like every day. And that's the beauty of having my own gym now, is like getting to create this environment that I've always dreamed of and making it a healthy place for people to come and creating a community where people trust in each other to help each other build themselves up in all ways. So
What's the name of your gym?
it is Claddagh Combat Academy.
Claddagh Combat Academy. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
What is Claddagh? Where did that come from?
Claddagh is an Irish symbol, and it is hands holding a heart with a crown on top of it,
Okay.
which symbolizes love, loyalty, and friendship.
Okay.
Which those are the three pillars that our gym is built off of, which I believe, what better pillars to build something off of?
sure.
You know, love, loyalty, and friendship. That's to me.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel the community that we have created is that, like, it's built off that. And we have our core members. You know, we've only been really operating, getting opened up since March. It's not.
So it's relatively new.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
still relatively new.
Yeah.
We're getting everything put in line and lined up, and we're starting some new programs. Like, so as of right now, we have a kickboxing / Muay Thai program,
Okay.
a boxing program, and a grappling program.
Nice.
Those are the three classes that run 5 nights a week. And then on Saturday, we have a sparring, and Sunday, we have an open mat that's free to everybody, even if you're not a member. On Sundays, it's a free day. If you want to come check out the gym, there's not classes, but anyone can come. It's open to all.
Gym.
Come in and see how you like the place, you know. And we offer anyone's first class for free, because
What's the address?
it is 604 Hales Chapel.
604 Hales Chapel. Okay.
Yeah, in Gray, Tennessee.
And the hours? Like when you
5 until 8, Monday through Friday. Well, we'll say 4:30 till 8:30,
Okay.
Monday through Friday, and 10 to 12:30 on Saturday, and 12 to 2 on Sunday.
And that's the free day. Anybody can go.
Yes, that's a free day. Anybody can go.
That's cool.
And the new programs that we're putting in we're starting our kids anti-bullying program. That's going to be starting this Saturday.
That's super cool.
Yeah, 10 to 11, because I feel like giving back to the kids is really where it's very important. You know, starting these lessons young, discipline, respect, confidence.
You just bring in bullies and then let the kids choke them out?
Yeah, we let them. I'll just act as the bully, and they'll just choke me out. You know. And
If you're never in a bullying situation.
then they can say they choked out a pro fighter, and they'll feel extra special.
And then they'll be like, "You gonna bully me?" But
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
like,
think so.
yeah. I choked out my coach, and he's a pro fighter.
Dylan's pretty bad, and I took him down.
Yeah, no.
Sounds like a great program.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I'm just messing with you.
It's gonna be 3 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4, and Saturdays from 10 to 11. And it's ages 5 to 13, so really a widespread age there. And as kids get older, if they feel comfortable going to the adult class, that's where they could go into the adult class. And I feel martial arts is just something that's really helped. And
How did you get into martial arts?
my brother, you know,
Okay. So how did he get?
My brother Garrett. So he actually, I believe, when he was in high school, I don't know if his friend was at the boxing gym, but somehow or another he went to Johnson City Athletic Club, JCAC,
Okay.
Beeson Hall, when he was 16, and he started boxing, and he put in a lot of time into boxing, had his first boxing fight. I think he had 2 or 3 boxing fights. Then I don't know if he got out of going there for a little bit, but then he was at ETSU. He's an entrepreneur. He's owned multiple businesses, and then he was an ETSU track athlete. Then at some point, he decided he wanted to open a gym.
Okay.
And that's when he asked me if I wanted to train. I would think I was between my junior and senior year is when he opened the gym, and I started training, and I loved it. It was cool because all of our friends came in, and nobody really knew what they were doing. It was like, and then you get better at it, and it's just it's a beautiful thing. Seeing the progression. If I look back, it's, you know, I've been alive 30 years, and 14 of them I've been fighting and doing this, and it's like I don't even think about it. It's like going and doing a 2-hour workout to me is
just a way of life.
It's a way of life. I feel like it keeps my body healthy. It keeps me young. Like, I went through my first huge injury at 28. What
happened to your knee?
I tore my PCL and my MCL.
Was that from kicking or like lunging?
So, well, actually, my PCL, I think, happened when I was like 19. I was doing backflips before practice every day. Like, I would do a gainer, and I like landed on my knees and popped my. They told me I needed reconstructive surgery when I was a kid, but I was like, no way. Took 3 months off or something, went back and never had issues. Then I tore my MCL, and the PCL never heals though. So like it healed, but it doesn't like regrow itself.
Right.
And when I tore the MCL, I guess it
didn't have stability at that point.
it aggravated it all. And then the doctor was like, the only way I know how to fix this is
Doing both.
doing both, you know. So it was actually not a normal, you know, usually you hear ACL, meniscus, sometimes MCL, and they only do MCL if you're getting one of the others fixed. But I trusted Dr. Riggins, and Dr. Riggins was an amazing doctor.
That's cool.
He made I feel I became a better athlete through the whole process, because I had to really learn how to do the right things for my knee, how to really heal, how to, exactly, like I would ask the physical therapist, like, what's the most I'm allowed to do? Like, she was like, I could do calf raises. I was like, how many can I do a day? And she was like, I said, 1,000? And she was like, 1,000? I'm like, yeah, you said.
Why not?
And she's like, no, let's make it 500. And I'm like, okay.
And then you come back after 5 minutes, she's like, you really did 500.
Every day.
Every day. That's the only thing I can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you, do you feel like your dad had like this athletic spirit, like, and a passion to train? I mean, where does that come from?
So that's what I don't really know, if I'm being honest. So my father actually had passed away when I was 13.
Oh.
And but my mom doesn't like fighting. I don't know though. Like, I mean, my dad liked sports, you know, and we watched sports all the time. I played sports growing up. But my mom always supported me in sports. But she doesn't like fighting. Like, she went to my oldest brother Garrett's, the one who I'm running the gym with. She went to his first fight, and she said she was never going again. You know, like. And
did she come to watch you?
No, she never.
She's like, I can't watch my baby get hit. Yeah.
She watched once when I whooped the dude's tail end, and she was like, You're an animal. I was like, Mom, but. So she did the women's self-defense classes last weekend, and I seen it in her eye.
So maybe it's from Mom.
She's got.
Maybe
I think it's from Mom. She doesn't want to say it, but I saw it, and my brother saw it too.
They're
100%.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
she was all about
Don't mess with Mama.
Yeah.
She's coming after you. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'd say it's got to come from the Irish heritage, though. You know, Irish are known to be ready to fight.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
what part of training do you love the most? Like, talk to us, I guess. I'm sure, hopefully our listeners know a lot more about it than I do, but I'm like.
I would say, so I like jujitsu a lot. Okay. But that's more of like a relaxed art, and it's not, you're not getting punched. So it's a more relaxed art. But I would say now what I'm coming into liking the most would be my uncle's conditioning and strength and conditioning. He's big on conditioning, being able to change any athlete and becoming a better athlete, because if you get tired, that's when your skills start going out the window. So if you don't get tired, you're going to be in good shape. So
you're going to be ahead of the other guy.
Yeah, he puts me through some workouts with some of the other fighters as well, and they are brutal. And like on Sunday, he had me do running, like it was like 4 miles with these sprints in it, and it was hellacious to say the least.
Yeah.
And I started to like that stuff, because I never really liked that stuff. I never enjoyed that, but he's always harped on me time and time again, like, when you like this stuff, that's when you're going to be great. Because I want to be a world champion. Like, that's the goal. This isn't like, I'm a pro fighter, I've made it. No, I'm not anywhere close.
You're like, where's the pinnacle?
I'm like, there's so many people way ahead of me.
Conor McGregor guy, right?
Yes, but in a different manner, because he's a wild man. He's a wild man.
Isn't he running for president of Ireland?
Yeah, but my uncle tells me he won't win it. Okay. It's too. I mean, he's going to do his best, but I don't think that they got ties on that kind of stuff, you know, as all governments I would say.
Yeah, it's all woven together. So, okay, so training and like starting to run and really push.
Yeah, the running and the stuff that nobody enjoys doing, I'm starting to enjoy. Like if I told you, oh, it's my favorite, I'd be lying. That's why I said I do like jiu-jitsu, but I like sparring. Sparring's probably my favorite because sparring's when you actually, it's like play fighting. So that's like you're
It's kind of like
punching,
chess.
kicking,
Like
doing
you're
it all.
thinking about stuff. Where's it gonna move? How am I gonna
Exactly.
counter? What?
And creating reactions and building an IQ inside your head of when someone moves, you already know what's going to happen next.
And then innately you automatically do what you need to do. Because you've practiced it 1,000 times.
Exactly. Or I would say too, I guess I love all the parts of it because now like being back home and getting coached by my brother again, I get that one-on-one time with him on the pads and getting to see what he's creating and based off of what opponent I'm going against because
you'll watch the film.
Oh, this guy's southpaw, so he stands different. Like we have to change things a little bit up. And seeing what my brother takes out of my toolbox and helps me sharpen is cool. It's a cool process to see that because I wasn't getting coached by him while I was down there, you know. So it's cool just to see everything come full circle. Like I moved to Johnson City when I was in 5th grade. I feel like Johnson City made me. Like when people ask me where I'm from, even though I wasn't born in Johnson City, I say I'm from Johnson City. Like doesn't matter. Like if I'm in Thailand, I'm telling them I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee. Right. Like, that's where I'm from. So, and then moved to Florida, you know, and came back. And it's cool because I always thought that I would come back here and open up a gym, but I didn't think it would be during the prime of my own professional career.
Sure.
You know,
because you're like, that's a retirement.
Yeah, that's like, oh, after I make my name from fighting, I'll come back and do that. But it's really cool to get to still be in the process of it and share that with the guys that are fighting with me. And they get to see, you know, me go fight and then they like
and
with them. It's cool. And then like also they also get to see my brother coach me. It makes a really cool full circle at the gym, and it's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. What's your record? 35 fights?
I'm 5-2 professionally in MMA. I'm 1-1 professional boxing. 0-1. I did what's called karate combat.
Okay.
So it's like a newer sport where you're in a pit and you wear karate pants and like MMA gloves and it's just striking.
Oh wow.
So that's all my pro fights. And then as an amateur, I was 9-6 MMA.
Okay.
5-1 kickboxing. Well, 5-0 kickboxing, 0-1 MMA or Muay Thai. And then me and my brother fought 2 versus 2 MMA in Virginia.
Oh, wow.
That was actually, we were the first 40 in America to do that. It was a Russian thing that came over.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was at Virginia High. Yeah, and we were 2 brothers fighting 2 cousins. It was pretty wild.
Did you beat him?
Yeah, we won. Yeah.
I love it. He's fired up. He's like, yes, yes. All right. So, what do you see the future of your gym? Like, if you could fast forward 5 years, what does it look like?
It looks like we will build another addition onto our facility that we have now because I believe we won't have enough space. So in 5 years, I believe we will have our new facility built. Uncertain of where that'll be, if it'll be on the same land or if it'll be somewhere else. I haven't figured that out. We're not that far into thought on it. And I will be a world champion. And
in 5 years, you'll be world champion?
In 5 years, I'll be world champion. I'll be defending my world title and maybe even retired in 5 years.
I like it.
Well, I always said
will you come back on the podcast
35
when
I'll
you're world champion?
100%.
All right, cool.
100%. I'll come back on the podcast anytime.
I love it. Talk to us about what world champion, like what would that mean to you if you reached
it would mean that I did what I know I can do.
You reached your full potential.
I did what I know I can do. You know, it's the being able to prove myself right, knowing that I have what it takes and doing all of the things because it's a lot that goes into that. As with being successful in any field of life, it's a lot.
It's super disciplined.
It's so easy to miss one little thing and then that you fall short, you know? So it would be a very good feeling for myself.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And to be able to share that and spread that with all the people that have helped me. It's amazing because like I was saying, even though one person goes in there and does it, so many people. It's a very selfish sport, but to be great, I feel like you have to be selfless. You have to learn how to not be
Make it
selfish
about you,
because
yeah.
because it's like obviously you go in there by yourself, but
It's a team.
it's a team, 100%. Like if you don't have the right team, you're never gonna make it because it's all about building each other up. You know, like if I go get ready over here by myself, no coach, nobody to tell me what to do, and I could be the most naturally talented person in the world, but this guy over here is just average, and he has great people helping him. He's gonna kick that dude's butt every time, you know?
And that, I think it's interesting because you do think, when you look on the screen and you're watching, there's just, there's a corner man and, they're helping out a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's just the
you're
two.
Just watching those two guys going at it. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It is.
It is. So, like, let's go into the ring. Like, you've prepared. You're all ready to go. You have been training like there's no tomorrow, right? I mean, we're getting ready for the biggest fight of your life. And each one of them.
Each one is the biggest one because it's the next one.
You're trying to get up there. And
it's the next one.
You're stepping in the ring and they're locking that gate behind you. Like, what's going through your mind at that point?
At that point, I'm pretty composed and clear-headed. I'm listening to hear the voices of my corner because that is a very important thing. If you're being able to distinguish the voices, and usually something simple is being told to me right before the fight, nothing crazy, establish your range, take things at your pace, just the things that need to be told to me. And I'm locked in. I'm usually smiling. I'm usually happy. Like I'm like looking like, yeah, it's time to go.
Let's go,
like,
baby. Let's go.
Like I like to not bring anger, and that's not the kind of person I am. I'm not an angry person, so I'm a loving person. I try to bring that spirit with me in there. Like obviously, when I come in there, I'm ready to hurt somebody.
Right.
But I like to be relaxed.
I want to be chill.
I used to try to get crazy and go to dark places, and then it just doesn't. You don't want to fight with emotion.
No.
I've been practicing these skills for a long time. I need to use them, not
emotion,
not some crazy mindset. So when the door gets locked, honestly that's the best feeling in the world because you're in the present moment. Everything, you're not worried about your bills that are overdue or getting gas in your car or I need to get some groceries.
Oh man, I forgot to.
Yeah, none of that is on your mind.
No.
Nothing except right there.
Survival.
So it's brings you into the present moment better than anything. And I feel life is enjoyed best when it's in the present moment.
Yeah.
So, and then the ability to affect as many people as you affect each time you fight, but that's where the pressure comes. It's like when someone wins, everybody in the stands jumps up, screaming for joy. You make everybody feel it.
Yeah.
But then when you lose, it's also it's the lowest of lows and the highest of highs. So I feel it really just helps promote growth for yourself.
Yeah. And what is Mike Tyson's thing? Everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Is that kind of?
Yeah. Well, I feel like once I get punched in the face, then it's like time to go.
It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it like wakes you up.
Yeah.
I don't need to get hit to be woken up, but when you do get hit, you're like,
oh,
whoa, okay, yep.
All right, here we go.
Doing this.
That's
I gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for that.
Yeah.
Can't let him get me again.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some power. You
Yeah.
know? That's like Ray always tells me. He's like, you ought to know in the first 30 seconds if you got him or he's got you. I'm like,
yeah, I can see Ray coming out in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you're sizing each other up, right? And
oh yeah, 100%.
how much time does that take? And do you like?
Well, so you weigh in the night before. So like if I'm fighting,
right,
the night before I weigh in, and you have 24 hours to rehydrate. So I mean, people cut copious amounts of weight and get.
How much weight can you cut in water? Like 10 pounds?
I walk around anywhere from 205 to 208 pounds, and I fight at 185 pounds. So I cut about
like
20
pounds of water. Whoa!
But I used to cut 30 pounds to go to 170 pounds from 200, and it was that was not, it was very unhealthy, and I felt I was weak. The weakest I was the day before I'm supposed to be the strongest. It didn't line up. Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna just go up weight class, and I've found a lot of success since I moved up in weight, and I feel it's a healthier thing. And that's the cool thing. All these lessons that I'm learning now that we have the gym, it's like I'm getting to give them back and give that to younger
so
guys.
the other kids don't make those
we have
mistakes.
a lot of guys that are 18 to 25 years old, and it's cool, like getting to share the information with them.
Yeah, that's super cool. And then I guess like supplements.
Yeah,
I
supplements.
mean, like, are you eating
nutrition.
like just super clean all the time?
Yeah, I mean,
Working on
I work very hard, so I do like ice cream. Like, I like to eat ice cream. I'd be
Who
like,
doesn't?
you know,
So good.
ice cream is good. And every now, my cousin owns Smoky Mountain Grub.
All right, Smoky Mountain Grub.
Smoky Mountain Grub.
What is
Yes,
this place?
it is a wing and fry restaurant.
Where?
On the corner of Main Street, right across from Freiberg's, right where you turn the corner.
Yeah.
Literally right there where the Korean taco house used to be. The same place is there, yeah. So they have amazing wings, amazing waffle fries, tater tots, baked potatoes with cheese and sauce all on them.
So you'll eat a chicken wing or two.
Oh yeah, I eat some chicken wings.
I love fried chicken.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I double cook them and make them crispier, and then I make my own sauces because so Ray.
I think he's excited about chicken right now. He is about MMA fighting.
I mean, if you haven't had Smoky Mountain Grub, you got to go down and have it.
I'm coming.
You got to.
I'll bring Christian. He loves wings too. My son.
Yeah,
both of them came.
they're open 5 days a week. So I mean, 7 days a week.
What day
Well,
are
I
you
say
working
5,
typically?
7 days a week. Fridays.
Okay.
10 to 4.
All right.
Yeah. Well, the restaurant opens at 11.
Smoky Mountain Grub.
Yeah.
So you'll eat chicken wings occasionally and ice cream.
Yeah, I'll eat a
occasionally,
burger.
but most of the time,
I'll eat pizza.
but before a fight,
I stay pretty. Oh yeah, before a fight, 6 weeks out from the fight, it's pretty.
well, give some listeners some tips on like eating well.
All right, when you're at the grocery store, shop on the outer edges.
Yeah.
Don't go
Produce,
don't go
meats.
to all the aisles in the middle that have all these additives and
Processed
preservatives and
foods.
processed. Yeah, you want to go to the vegetables, you want to go to the fruits, you want to go to the meats, the dairy, all that stuff.
Kind of like, if the Lord made it, eat it. If not, don't.
If you can't grow it in the backyard,
Right. Although
that's something I want to start doing.
I
want
think
to start
I
growing
would
some
love
of
to
my
have a
own
potato
food.
chip tree because that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
They're so good. I love potato chips.
Yeah, they are the bomb.
But they're not good. Like the seed oils too, I'm learning are really bad.
Not good. Yeah.
They're like really bad for us.
Yeah.
And so finding good.
And it's so easy. They're so convenient.
They're so
quick.
convenient. Yeah. So what are some good snacks you like to eat on? Like what's a good protein?
Rice, good protein. I mean, protein shake is going to be my go-to. Probably eat 2 to 3 bananas a day. Those are my go-to because you want the potassium and cramps. I cramp a lot.
Yep.
I would say rice cakes and peanut butter is a solid snack, especially if you're about to work out. I do like gummies, like candy. Mm-hmm. If you're going to work out, they are okay right before or right after because you need the carbohydrates, the simple sugar. Your muscles need something just to burn it quick. So usually that is my cheat code because my nutritionist, he had me, when I would cut weight, the first thing I ate, it was liquid first and then gummies, like sour worms. I was like,
oh, yeah.
What? I was like, I'm allowed to eat this? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, sweet.
Let's do it.
I'm like, that
My
works for me.
like watering because of the sour worms.
Yeah, but fruit would be the go-to. I feel like fruit is so undervalued by people. Like they don't realize oh, you're craving some sugar, like eat a handful of blueberries. It's good for your brain. Yeah, strawberries, and it's grapes even. Like grapes aren't the best, but they're better than going to get a pack of Skittles or
oh my gosh, yes.
anything from the store like that.
Yeah. I think and unfortunately we don't have a lot of, in some of the areas in town, you don't have a good grocery store. So people just are eating out of the convenience mart and it's not good stuff. So hopefully we can continue to grow our city there and encourage people to
get
eat
the
better.
produce. I mean, I know
because if you're not healthy, I mean, you're not going to be able to perform. And it's crazy.
That's in life.
And we are what we eat.
And that's in life, not just as an athlete. Like, you only got one body, and it only lasts,
and I think a lot of people don't choose to work out too. And talk about like the benefits of exercise, right? I mean, you work out a couple hours a day.
Probably about around 4 hours, I would say.
You work out 4 hours a day?
Anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. Well, I mean, I guess it depends
right.
on how specific you want to get, because we have class from 5 until 8,
Yep.
5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8.
counting
That's
classes?
3 hours. If I'm counting those, then I'm over 4 for sure.
True.
But I'm thinking usually I do one of the classes, like actually fully do the class, and then in the morning I do push-ups. I'm a push-up guy. I like to do
How many
push-ups
push-ups
for a
can you do in a
jog.
row?
I'm not a.
You wanna do a little
I did
push-up
500
challenge
a
after
day.
this?
We could.
You do 500 a day?
Yeah.
That a boy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna win.
Yeah. But I mean, I could probably do. The last time I tried to max, I only did probably 60 something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people can do 100. You know.
Just keep going. Yeah, I think I've
crazy.
done 35. That's like.
But then it also then I always get in my own head. I'm like, well, it depends on the form and
Yeah,
are you
is
doing
it-
hand release push-ups?
Right.
Because
Are you
that's
you're letting your chest fully hit the ground,
Yeah.
and then are you fully extended?
extending all the way up. Yeah, you're just doing little
So push-ups are great. Like anybody listening,
anywhere you are.
anywhere you are, you can do push-ups.
Drop down.
What else?
Give me 10. You know.
Yeah.
Squats.
Air squats.
Yeah, air squats are going to be great because our legs are very important. If you don't have a good base, you're screwed. I think push-ups, sit-ups, and squats are really all you need. I mean, pull-ups if you have a
bar.
availability
Yeah.
for it. I'm terrible at pull-ups just because I got all my weight down low. And I'm bottom heavy, and it's never my strength. But I've been able to do 10 in one go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't know if I could do that right now. But I've been able to when I was putting in the time on those.
I love it. And then maybe what do you do for cardio besides run?
We have a ski erg, so that's like standing rower, you know. Then we have a rower and an assault bike.
Assault bike. Those things are ridiculous.
Yeah, they are.
You're just getting after it. And it's like in
Swimming, I really like.
30 seconds, you're just breathing.
Done.
You
Yeah.
can't do anymore.
That's what Ray will have us do. All different kinds of intervals based on. He's got his own science, you know. I don't know the stuff behind the madness, you know. But I know I listen to Uncle Ray.
Hopefully there's something.
Yeah, I know I listen to Uncle Ray.
Just crazy Irish Ray.
Yeah.
He's come up with another concoction for you today.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. I love him to death.
Yeah.
So besides Ray, who are some of the other people that have been really influential in your career?
My brother.
Yeah.
You know, both of my brothers have been. Garrett, my oldest brother, he's been a big part of, you know, hands-on being there and coaching me. My brother Killian he's like an encyclopedia of martial arts. He knows so much about everything. So like, he's who found the gym where I went and trained at. And he if I have a fight, he's also always looking at my opponent's tape and giving me feedback of what he thinks. He's he's really smart in that manner. And you know, anyone I've trained, my mom too. Yeah, even though she doesn't like that I do it. When I decided to move, and I told her, you know, I was like, Mom, you told me never give up on my dreams, and this is my dream. I'm sorry if it's not the dream that you wanted me to dream, but it's my dream, and I'm chasing it.
Yeah.
And she supports me hands down, and my whole family, my whole friends, everyone that I come into contact with, my students in Florida, because I was a coach there before I moved back, and
they're pulling for you.
Oh, everyone. You know, I have a everlasting list that I feel I could say thank you to people, you know, and just the love that's shed on me when I fight locally, all the people that come and show up, you know, and because you only get paid by the amount of people you get put in the seats usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, unless you're going to a bigger promotion, but they pay usually less than what if I were fighting at home, because I can bring following.
Gotcha.
And, you know, so the fact of anyone that's ever bought a ticket off me to any of my fights, it's just, you know, thank them as well. So I would say all of Johnson City.
There you go. All of JC. All of JC.
Thank y'all.
So besides your knee injury, what was another thing that's been difficult to overcome, but you did it?
Losing. Yeah.
Talk about losing. Where does that take you?
It takes you to the depths of your soul of where you want to, you know, takes you to see your true character, because it's easy to quit. It's easy to not keep going. But when you lose, that's what determines someone's character. Not when they win. I mean, when they win, yes, because you could be like McGregor and he wins and goes crazy and shows his ass and it's next level. Yeah. But when someone loses, you really get to see what kind of person they are. Like, do they let that tear them down, crumble apart, and let everything bad come in and seep through them? Or do they stay stronger, use the fire they built from the adversity that's been dealt to them, and use that to build them into something better? You know, like, to be a phoenix, you have to burn first and then rise from the ashes. So it's taught me a lot of things. To not give up would definitely be the biggest thing it's taught me. But I lost my fight this year. My last 2 fights I've lost, you know, so I'm in a...
And in that situation too, I mean, it's not just physical. It's, I mean, you're like, you just got
emotional, mental.
I mean, and you're like laying there.
So my last fight, I didn't...
Did you tap out?
No, heck no. I hate... Well, the one before that I did, so I can't talk too much on that. But I went to Vegas. I fought in Vegas, and I swore I won that fight. Like, I'm celebrating after. I'm like, yeah, like, because it went to decision. It went to decision.
Yeah.
And he was the hometown guy. He won the fight. He was cut over his eye, bleeding through his nose. He didn't make me bleed my blood, you know? No one's gonna make me bleed people make me bleed my own blood, but he didn't make me bleed my own blood. And I thought I won. And I asked him for a rematch right after. He didn't want a rematch.
Because he knew he was going
he didn't want a rematch. And so having to learn from that is it's a new skill for me. I had never fought a full fight, lost the decision that I thought I won. And as a pro, I only got paid half the money, because you get paid to fight, paid to win. That was a learning lesson for me too.
So it's political a little bit.
Yeah, and there was a judge. But then that's the thing. I don't even want to go into that, because that's not where my mind's at. I'm like,
moving on.
You could find every excuse to why you lost or why it didn't go how you needed to, but that's not my focus. My focus is, what do I need to do to get better?
Right.
And that's more running.
How do I
more
not even make it? Right. How do I not even make a decision? Right.
Yeah.
Every time, just like, I'm gonna I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna keep working.
How many rounds are in an MMA fight?
If it's a normal fight, 3 5-minute rounds.
Okay.
With a minute in between each.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think they say like the average male could last like 15 seconds in a fight or something like that. Yeah. And
you're going 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 3 times, you know. And if it's a championship fight, it's 5 minutes, 5 rounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the UFC, the main events, even if they're not a title fight, it's still 5 rounds.
5 rounds of 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you're training for like hour-long fights. So then you're extra strong.
Well, so like I would say,
you train for 5-minute bursts.
Yeah, we do a lot of things on 5-minute rounds, because then it gets your body used to the 5-minute range, you know. But then there's also, you do faster intervals, you know, maybe 10 seconds as hard as you can, 5 seconds relax, 10 seconds as hard as you can, or 20 seconds, 10 off. 20 seconds, 10 off, you know, because it's going to be like burst, relax,
back it up,
you know,
dance around.
Burst. Yeah, exactly. You got to be in and out. You got to be smooth with it. You can't use all your energy or you're done, you know.
So part of it, a lot of it is energy consumption and
100%. Like I say during training, we're not training until we're tired.
Right.
Until that, it's just a warm up.
Right.
Then when you're tired, now you're working.
Right.
Now you got to put the stuff to work.
It's like the sit-ups don't count until they start
hurting. Until they start hurting, you know what I mean? Like, exactly. Like, it's purely that way.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. What do you like to do for fun when you're not fighting?
I love to hike.
Okay.
I like to get out in the mountains. I like to get out in water. I like to hang out with friends. Yeah, just hang out with friends. Outside, preferably. You know, if someone has a nice backyard or a lake house, you know, something like that. Or you can just go to Buffalo Mountain.
Right.
Buffalo Mountain is one of my favorite.
Oh,
I like to run there. I like to just get out into nature, because I feel it recharges the battery. I'm a very big people person. I'm very extroverted, but as I've gotten older, I lean a little more towards the introversion just to kind of find that solitude in myself, you know? And so I feel like when I go to nature, it like recharges my battery.
Yeah.
Whereas in South Florida, I'd go to the beach, but it's like you paid for parking, had to walk a while, it's hot, there's no shade,
Get
and
out
there's
there,
100
there's a
people on
million
the
people,
beach.
yeah.
It's like, oh man, like the ocean is beautiful, yeah, but like it's just like I never felt like recharged. Yeah, it was like, oh, it's just always go.
Yeah,
go,
we
go.
like to go to beaches where there's not many people.
Yeah,
It's
way better that way.
It's way better. But I think it gives a lot of energy. I love getting in the ocean.
Oh yeah, the ocean is phenomenal. It definitely has.
What inspires you? Like is there anything you're reading or you listen to podcasts?
Oh, yeah,
You watching
yeah.
shows? Like what's getting
Ralph
you?
Waldo Emerson.
Yeah.
I'm reading. It's the Living Soul, Living Through the Soul.
Oh yeah.
7 principles, 7 spiritual principles, and it's pretty awesome. I like reading like kind of, I guess, like philosophical
Okay.
type things.
Yes.
I don't know if you've read the book Living with a Seal.
No.
So Jesse Itzler.
Yes,
he's like
but I heard him
entrepreneur.
speak,
Yeah.
and it was awesome.
Oh, you should read it. It like you pick. It's like
He
it's
told
so
us
easy
talk.
to read
He's
it.
like, he's just this guy who's like us, country kind of.
Yeah.
They come from the mountains, right?
Yeah.
From like West Virginia. Or
Yeah,
somewhere.
West Virginia. Yeah.
And taught Jesse how to get through some barriers.
Yeah. Well,
right?
so yeah. Well, David Goggins is who he hired to live with him for a month,
Oh, okay.
and he writes a book on the 30 days of him living with David Goggins. And David Goggins was like, the only way I'm doing this is if you do everything I say. Like the first time you say no, I'm gone, you know? And he makes him do some outrageous stuff. Like he had like an hour in between his business meetings, and he's like, all right, let's see how many burpees you can do. And he's like, what? He's like, you got 1,000 burpees, you got to do it in the next hour. And he's like, I'm in like my business attire, and he's like,
I don't care.
take it off. You can get in your underwear if you want, like, you know. And he's like,
You ain't got an excuse.
It's just crazy, like
That's
the
right.
stuff. He's like, it's, and then, well, so then it got me kind of. So Jesse also has one living with the monks, where he went and lived with monks for 14 days, and he writes about it.
Oh wow.
Like, I don't know. It's cool because he's like a business guy, but he's doing all these ventures for like personal growth, and he talks about a lot of really good ideas in that. So
Yeah, he had, I think the talk he was giving at this conference we were at, there was I thought it was a Navy SEAL from like West Virginia or something, but he was trying to run a marathon.
yeah, that's Goggins probably, I think.
Well, and now I don't think it was. Maybe, I don't know, but it was, I was like, this is impressive because this guy just like went all in.
Yeah,
so I think you got to go all in. And I was listening
that's what Goggins did. He just like, he wanted to get in like a 100-mile race, and he did this race where you had 24 hours and you could run. It was like a 1-mile loop, and he went till he like pooped himself, and like his toenail fell off. Like
I remember.
He ran through like
yeah.
next level
Yeah,
stuff.
listen to some stuff. He said something about like when you really start thinking you're done, you're really only at 40%. 40%. I was like, what? So there's like another 60% in there, and you feel like dying already. You know?
After he got done, his mom's like a doctor, and he called her, and she's like, go to the hospital right now. He's like, no, I earned this pain. I want to feel it. If I go to the doctor, they're just gonna pump me full of this. I won't feel it. He said, I earned this. Like, what?
It's on a whole nother level.
Yeah. See, that's I wanna get to those chambers that he's got himself through, because that's next level.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like in our minds, but it's really not, right? Because if you think about like when you've been stretched, that's your new floor.
Your new base.
Yeah, right? So anytime you like go, oh, I leveled up, well, now you got to keep going.
Yeah.
And that's where,
when you grab that bar, you got to raise it up.
and that's what
keep
you were
reaching to
talking
raise
about,
that
like,
bar.
you know, I feel like I can be the next world champion.
100%.
That's like, that's your potential in you that you believe in. And so that's why
100%.
that's your floor, and you got to get there.
You got to get there.
You got to get there. I
Got to
love
get
it.
there.
I love it. How can our listeners connect with you online?
I am on Instagram, the Soul Snatcher O'Sullivan.
Soul Snatcher.
Yes, sir. That's me, Dylan.
That sounds
the Soul
pretty easy.
Snatcher
That sounds pretty
O'Sullivan. Yeah, when
Watch out.
when I step in the cage, I take their soul from them. I snatch it. And
Watch
then
out.
It's my soul.
That's
Because
right.
they say redheads, they have no souls. Gingers have no souls. That's where it started. I was like, oh yeah, gingers
I
have no
disagree.
souls.
I think you got it.
Yeah,
right, so.
yeah. Well, that's exactly. Yeah, but I started as a joke. I was like, oh, I should be the soul snatcher, and then all my teammates were like, oh, dude,
That's a good one.
You gotta be. And then
Yeah.
it just stuck.
Kind of like all these guys that, like in battle where they used to collect ears or stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
yeah.
collecting souls. You got like a necklace full of souls.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty crazy. What's something I didn't ask you that I wish I had? That was something we didn't talk about.
Man, I feel like we talked about a lot. It's
anything out there that you're like, oh yeah.
My next fight.
Oh, that's right.
It should be June 27th in Pigeon Forge. There's going to be a lot of good local talent that is going to be on the card, and it's going to be boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. It's going to be a trifecta of 3 different sports.
And I hear bare knuckles getting big.
I think bare knuckles is going to be on it as well.
Okay.
So Kemper Johnson, who was on here as well, he is fighting that same night in boxing. I believe he's defending his title.
That would be fun.
Yeah, he's boxing. Then Dustin Long he's boxing in a big state title tournament or state title championship fight. And then there's bare knuckle, I think the first time in Tennessee.
That's cool.
MMA. It's gonna be kickboxing. It's gonna be a good show. Yeah. It's gonna be in Pigeon Forge.
Okay. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then August 30th, I'll be fighting in Meadowview Convention Center in Kingsport.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I've been there before, and I may have seen you. I think
you could have.
I saw Crazy Ray Jones. He was there.
I'd say if he was there,
you were there. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thanks for what you're doing for our area. Thanks for helping out ladies with self-defense and kids with anti-bullying. But
yeah, we want to just build an environment where people feel that they can grow, that have a safe place to grow physically, mentally, emotionally, any which way that we can help. We want to help build everybody up to feel strong together.
Yeah, I love it. I love what you're doing, and we wish you the best, and we look forward to having you back on when you're world champion or just on your progress. Like, come back once a year and tell us what you're doing.
I would love to come back on here and have my brother.
Oh, yeah.
We could get him to talk about his story as well.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah.
Came together.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We'd love to have you guys on here anytime. And yeah, we wish you the best. We'll be praying you just crush it, bro.
Thank you.
So,
appreciate it.
Yeah. Last question, and I think I know, but what gets you like fired up, like, oh, it's go time? Is it that first punch? Is it the ring of the bell?
No, it's kicking the pads in the back. When my brother's holding the pads and I'm just kicking it as hard as I can, and I realize then my walkout song. Oh. I love the entry. Like
what's the walkout song?
Oh, it changes. It might be some James Brown, Super Bad.
There you go. Yeah.
I got soul, and I'm super bad.
I'm gonna steal your soul.
Exactly. So it fits good.
I love it.
Anything that's because you see a lot of these guys come out like gangster music or hardcore metal and I like that. You're coming to see entertainment,
For sure.
Like it's prize fighting. I want to have a personality to me.
Right.
I want to make the energy
perform
rise.
a little bit as well.
Yeah, I want to bring the energy up.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Follow Dylan on Instagram, Soul Snatcher, and just send him some good energy. Help him to help come out and meet him at the gym.
Yeah, come
Saturday,
to the gym.
Sundays are free days.
Sundays are free to all. And your first class is free also, so come on in and see it.
Yeah, we'd love to. Yeah, I think it'll be fun to check it out.
Yeah, you should come in.
I'm excited to watch you continue to progress and tell your crazy uncle I said hello.
I will.
Give him a big hug from me. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great day.